And now it's time for the Old Ass Casuals Drivecast with Kelly and Justin. And here's your main host, Justin. How was that?
Well, that was fantastic. But who did you say? Did you say with Joe and Justin?
I said with Kelly and Justin.
Oh.
I am not Joe. I'm not changing my name to Joe.
Oh well, I thought you had changed your own name to Joe whenever you did that intro.
I mean, we can listen back to it and find out.
I think we're gonna have to replay the tape on that one because I'm pretty sure I heard with Joe and Justin.
It was because I was trying to do that game show voice.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for hyping me up.
You're welcome.
To do this because so we're the Old Ass Casuals and I'm in traffic right now, but we decided that because we can never really record any content once I make it home, because by the time I make it home, you're going to bed.
That's because I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. It's not because of any other reason.
Because I'm an old ass Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're both old asses, and by the time I get home, I would prefer to go to bed.
Right.
But that's just because the day has beaten me down. But what we're here to talk about, there was some really exciting news, and that's what we're going to use these. Basically, I'm going to drive home. So these drive casts are while I'm driving home, we're going to talk about some of the topics that are trending for the day or just stuff that we want to bullshit about. And the one that came out early this morning, it was a 6 a.m. Pacific time post on the Xbox Wire from Phil Spencer himself, who leads all things Xbox. It's all about the Xbox Series X, and it was given a bunch of specs.
Super hyped about it.
He definitely seems like he's getting pretty crunk. As what the kids used to say, I think. And
I don't know what they say anymore.
They say.
They don't say lit. No, I'm past that.
Lit's old.
Yeah, that's way gone.
That's old news. Yeah. We're really showing our age, by some of these terms that we're bringing up. Mm-hmm. The kids are probably gonna be like if there's a kid out there that's like 12 or 13 and he's like, oh, crunk. What is crunk?
I don't even know it.
No, they'd be like, I've never heard that before.
And then they'll start using it.
Yeah, they're like, maybe I can start using that with my friends, and they'll be like, what is Billy talking about over there? He's using the word crunk, he's making up brand new words.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah, he's bringing it back for us. Thanks, Billy. But he is super excited. I love Phil Spencer myself. I think he's an amazing leader and visionary, I think, for a video game manufacturer. And I think Xbox, they're lucky to have that dude because he just seems super chill. When he feels like you could just sit down over tea or a beer or whatever and just shoot the shit with Phil Spencer, and it would be a great time to just listen to him talk about consoles and whatnot. But yeah, they dropped a bunch of specs. I think you have the article up, so I think was there anything for you? I mean, obviously it's a lot of technical mumbo jumbo, flops and flips and all kinds of things.
Teraflop sounds ginormous. I don't know what 12 teraflops, what that equals up to. What really got me was how fast it said that it was going to be loading the games, and that I'm not going to be sitting through load screens, that it was just, it's going to be instantaneous.
Yeah.
That's what got me excited. And the fact that they said it is going to look super lifelike. That's cool too, especially, when you're playing games that have somebody like Norman Reedus in them, and you're like,
Is that what we're going for these days? Norman Reedus? Dirty Norman Reedus?
Dirty Norman, I mean, I guess it was just, I spent so much time on my PlayStation playing that I, that was the only well-known name that came to mind.
The only point of reference that came to mind? Yeah. I would have thought that you would have, Xbox for you is it's your main console that you play a lot, but you're more accustomed to the Nathan Drakes, the Kratos, the Aloys from Horizon Zero Dawn. they have more iconic characters that you resonate with. Obviously, like Xbox has, they've got Master Chief, they've got Marcus Phoenix, some characters that they haven't really tapped into a while, like from the Fable series back in the original Xbox. So yeah, I mean, they've got some work to do for you to make those iconic characters that that you love so much.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here playing a Plague Tale Innocence, and I think the girl's name is Amicia.
Yeah.
And so far the game is really fun. She reminds me so much of Aloy. She looks a lot like her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And,
okay.
Young and is turning out to be a badass, and, so, and,
nice.
The braid looks a lot like her. But, yeah, I'm excited. Mostly what I've played on an Xbox is State of Decay 2. That was the whole reason I bought the Xbox. But I've had a lot of fun.
No, I mean, well, and you
keep downloading games and don't have to take them off.
Exactly, because you got the 1 terabyte Xbox One X as opposed to your 500 gigabyte PS5, not PS5, PS4. I'm thinking of PS5 because that's the other competing console, the Xbox Series X. I mean, the article, again, it was a lot of technical speak within this article. Like the part where it said next generation custom processor, and it's like this processor is designed leveraging AMD's latest Zen 2 and RDNA 2 architectures, and I was just like, what does this mean? But I think the number one thing is that it delivers 4 times the processing power of an Xbox One, and it has, 8 times the graphical processor as the original Xbox One. And as far as like teraflops, it's basically 2 times as powerful as the Xbox One X. Because the Xbox One X has 6 teraflops.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know I owned a teraflop.
You own 6 teraflops, Mom.
Okay, I had no idea.
What I love the most out of all the article, and what we can get into a little bit more of some of the other interesting specs that came out of this article, but IGN put together this thing that talks about it's like console power levels compared, and it was talking about the original Xbox, the Xbox 360, Xbox One, and the Xbox One X. And it was saying that the original Xbox, you have to put 41.3 original Xboxes to make the same power of one Xbox 360. And then all the way down, like Xbox 360.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was a really cool article. For Xbox 360, it takes 5.45 Xbox 360s to make one Xbox One in terms of power, like graphics and processing and everything. And then it starts to get smaller and smaller. As far as Xbox One, it is 4.56 Xbox Ones to make an Xbox One X, and then obviously Xbox One X, it takes two of those to make an Xbox Series X. I know, math, huh? Math is confusing.
I can't.
My favorite one was because, this was basically what came out of this. IGN put one together, Game Informer put one together, just talking about all the teraflops, because anytime anybody brings up the word teraflops, it's kind of a, opportunity to make jokes about teraflops. But this person on Twitter, his name is Steve Kim, he says, on the left, the Xbox Series X, it's a 12 teraflop console releasing in 2020. On the right, 1,276.5 game cubes duct taped together, which offered a theoretical peak performance of 11.99 teraflops.
Oh my God.
The best. And it's literally somebody made it. I don't know if he did this, if Steve did this, or if he sniped it off the internet, but somebody literally made an image with all these game cubes just stacked on top of one another. They kind of look like little Legos stacked on top of each other with duct tape all around it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find that.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're out there and you're like, oh man, my games look so great on the GameCube. Well, the Xbox Series X is 1,276
yep.
GameCube
Yep.
in power. You know.
So just think how great your games are going to look.
Exactly.
I'm
So
wondering,
if you were looking for it, there you go. There's your technical.
Yeah, that was the easy way of explaining it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's something that I can relate to. I'm still not sure about the way the Xbox Series X looks. I'm hoping that they make it sexier because it's a big block. It's just like a tower at this point.
Yeah, I think they were trying to go with like those, basically like your home devices, like a Google Home, like the Amazon, all those Alexa devices.
Yes.
I think that's what they were trying to like basically equate this thing to, because it's actually not that tall.
Yeah.
I think it's only like maybe a controller and a half tall or something. I don't know. That it's not as huge as it looks. Like it's not the same size as a like a computer tower or anything like that. That's a lot of people thought it was like when they first saw it, everybody was like, is it just a computer tower now? Like like a PC tower? But apparently it's smaller.
Well, it does say that it has a lot of raw power, and I'm all about the raw power. So there you go.
All about that raw power. I think the quick resume, that's what you were talking about earlier, how to get how you can get back into your games faster. Honestly, to me, the most interesting thing that came out of all of this was the backwards compatibility and this new technology they're calling smart delivery, which empowers you to. Well, it empowers you to buy a game once, and then you can play it across all Xbox consoles. So, like if you buy the Xbox One copy, you just boot it up on your Xbox Series X, and it automatically upgrades it. It says that says we're making the commitment to use smart delivery on all our exclusive Xbox Game Studio titles, including Halo Infinite, ensuring you only have to purchase the title once in order to play the best available version for whichever Xbox console they choose to play on. So yeah, literally,
which is crazy to even think about.
It is really neat. I mean, because I think in 2013, whenever they were talking about backwards compatibility, or like not even I guess it was backwards compatibility. Like that if you bought a PS3 game, they were like charging you an extra $10 to get the graphics upgrade for the PS4 or something. Like I don't remember this, but I saw it in an article. So I'm like, I know obviously, most of the time, if you like for The Last of Us, like you bought The Last of Us on PS3, well then it came out relatively soon on the PS4, and it was the remastered version, but that was full price. Right. So Cyberpunk came out today, and CD Projekt Red, they came out. They're the developers of Cyberpunk 2077, and they were like, you should only have to buy the game once and play it on, across your systems in terms of like, PS4 to PS5, Xbox One to Xbox Series X.
And I agree with them on that.
No, I do too.
I wouldn't have to buy it over and over again because there's too many good games out there. So I don't want to have to spend, $50 on the same good game.
Exactly.
So
basically the same thing that Grand Theft Auto's done for like the last, 7 years. People are like, how many copies of Grand Theft Auto 5 you got? Well, they're like, well, I got one for the 360, the PS3, the PS4, the Xbox One. Oh, and I got my PC version as well.
Yeah.
I
mean, I guess it's a good gig if you can get it, but
it's certainly good for the publishers.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I want to keep them in business. That's not it. I don't want them to, go broke because, we have all of our favorite games and we want those developers to stay in business. What I am interested, though, is that this article didn't say anything about a price point. He wanted, he's like, I'm still saying I'm going to hype him up, and then so I will be just like frothing at the mouth for this, and then, He says, and it's $799.
Yeah, and it's $5,000.
Yeah, so.
I think they're going to be pricey, but I'm not 100% sure. I feel like the magic numbers could be $499.
$499 I can do.
Yeah.
On my credit card, because I'd pay down enough between now and then to get it on my credit card. But
yeah, exactly.
But I mean, much more than that, and it's just And I haven't had my Xbox One X all that long.
No, and the games look freaking phenomenal on our Xbox One X. So.
I don't even know if my vision is going to be good enough to make that big of a difference. You know?
I don't think mine is at this point. Like I see my, like when I'm playing The Last of Us Remastered right now on my PS4 Pro, and I'm like, damn, this looks good. And
well, it does look good. It's amazing.
Yeah, but that's like a PS3 game. I mean, all they did was like up-res a PS3 game.
Mm-hmm.
So, and, I was playing it this weekend, and my girlfriend, she's watching me play, and she's like, this is beautiful. And I was like, hey, just imagine this, but even better, because The Last of Us 2 is actually made for the PS4 console. And so we were playing, and I paused it, and then I showed her the trailer of The Last of Us 2, and she's like, "Oh my God!"
I know.
Yeah, it's insane.
I do feel like the Last of Us is a game that was so ahead of its time in the not only in the gameplay, just in the way it looked. It was so incredibly beautiful, and it holds up. So just crazy. So
it does
but
hold up.
We shouldn't be talking about the PlayStation while we're talking about the Xbox.
I know, but that's the one thing that the Xbox needs. It does. Who gives two shits about all? You can have all the graphics and all the power in the world. If you don't have the exclusive games that people want to play, it doesn't matter.
That's very true.
Yeah, and that's been the Xbox's problem. Like me and you, we love our Xbox. We play most of our games on the Xbox because it does look best there. But whenever the Death Strandings and the Horizons and the God of War and the Spider-Mans and Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, like you can go on and on and on.
Right.
For how many just insane badass PS4 exclusive games are out there. But I don't know. I love all this stuff. Ideally, I would like to buy both consoles, but
I know that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, if they're both $500, I'm like, but then you got to like factor in buying games and I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
It'll be to see which one I get new first.
Yeah. Okay. As I'm getting closer to home, which will conclude the Old Ass Casuals Drivecast, I want the last question for you, Mom.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more about this as we go along. But what's the one thing that would make you buy the PS5 over the Xbox, or the Xbox over the PS5? Is it like an exclusive game? Like if PlayStation said, "Oh, okay, we're going to come out with Horizon Zero Dawn 2 at launch," or an Xbox was like, "Hey, we've got State of Decay 3 at launch."
Oh.
Which way you leaning?
Ooh. Gosh, that's an interesting question. It would be an exclusive game that would do it for me, because obviously that's the whole reason I bought the Xbox, was to play State of Decay 2.
Yeah.
And I've got thousands of hours in that.
You do indeed. I can't wait to see your actual hour count. I think you're trying to hide it from me out of embarrassment.
I think I am, because I am a little ashamed.
Don't be ashamed.
I could have.
I'm proud of you. I tout that to people all the time.
My mom does nothing but games. That's all she does.
Yep.
I think I want a new PlayStation. So.
You think so? Right now, with that, I mean, because like there hasn't been anything shown for the PlayStation other than a logo, and they talked about some really, really technical stuff.
Yeah.
You're still leaning. I mean, you're not the only one on that boat.
Yeah. I think it's for one. I've had my PS4 a lot longer.
Yeah.
I feel like the console is probably, I don't know how much time it has. I've got at least a year with it, probably more. I don't know. But if State of Decay 3 came out, I probably would buy a new Xbox.
Yeah. I think
So,
that's the only game for you. I mean, again,
big one.
you know, you had your PS3 and then you transitioned it from PS3 to PS4, but a lot of those same characters came with you in, you know, in terms of Uncharted 4 and
Right.
you know, so it's like with Nathan Drake, of course, and there's just there's nothing like that right now for Xbox.
No, there's not. So there's not anyone that I'm like, oh, you know, I'm an Xbox girl.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody that I have a big connection with.
Yeah.
So, which is sad. That would be nice. You know.
Well, it's not there. I don't. It's not you're missing out on some amazing. I think the only game to me that you're missing out on that I think you would have that emotional connection with on Xbox that you haven't played is Gears of War 4 and Gears 5. Like,
yeah.
Those characters, I love Kate, I love Marcus Phoenix, I love JD. Yeah, I even though JD, he can be kind of a shit. A lot of people don't like him in Gears 5, but I don't care. I like all the Gears characters, and I emotionally connect with them. I've never connected with Master Chief or Cortana, but I want to go back and like replay all the Halo campaigns leading up to Halo Infinite's launch. And so maybe that'll make me be like, oh, okay, yes, I cannot wait, you know, for Halo. Right now, not so much.
Yeah. Question. So, which console and would you lean more towards, and what would make you swing one direction?
I think I'm leaning more toward. I like the Xbox ecosystem more. So like I like the achievements. And you're like, what is this word that you speak of?
Ecosystem. I'm thinking green grass, and you know.
Well, that's the big buzzword. Ecosystem's the buzzword right now. You want to get people into your ecosystem, which basically means like I'm invited.
A department head meeting tomorrow, so I'm going to use that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm trying to remember these words so that way whenever I'm in, you know, these boring meetings with these people that I can rattle them off really quickly. But more or less, you got the PlayStation home and you got the Xbox home, and Xbox wants you to be in their home, which is their ecosystem, and PlayStation's like, no, I want you to be in my home, which is PlayStation's ecosystem, which, you know, that's like they got the console, but then they've got the subscription service via Game Pass or PlayStation Now, Xbox Games with Gold, PlayStation Plus. Yeah, I just, yeah, you do. I would say I'm right there with you. But I love Game Pass. Game Pass to me is like, is the best. It's the best and most consumer friendly service for video games that's out there. And I like a lot of the stuff that Microsoft has been saying lately with the Xbox. But if I had to choose, I would probably get a PlayStation because I know I'm going to get to play those exclusive games.
Yep.
And they're Xbox. The proof's got to be in the pudding for Xbox. They bought a crap ton of new studios. They bought your Undead Labs. They bought Obsidian. I don't know. They bought I think it was 15 studios in total. Compulsion Games, which did the Wii Happy Few games.
Was about a year ago.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now we got to see the fruits of that. Neither have I. And we got that's what I've got to start seeing from Xbox to be like, yes, I mean, it's all going to come down to E3 whenever they show off their sizzle reel of like, here's the next 50 games in a row that are going to come out on Xbox Series X, and then I'm like, oh my god,
I've got to have them.
Yeah, got to have these games. But the crazy thing is like they could show 50 games, and then PlayStation comes out and they're like, Horizon Zero Dawn this fall, done.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm like, nope, got to get a PlayStation.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing is like they just don't have. I mean, Halo Infinite's already a launch title. That's like the That's the biggest of the biggest
That's the
in
only
terms
one they
of like,
mentioned. That's the
yeah.
only one they mentioned in this article.
Yeah, and that's Microsoft's biggest franchise of all time. Like, I mean, Halo used to be the shit back in the day. Like Halo launches were on they were on the same scale as Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty launches as far as size.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just been a long time since Halo's been really super duper relevant for everyone. You know, like it still has its audience, but it doesn't like penetrate the broader,
I mean,
maybe
it hasn't gotten my direction.
No.
But I mean, maybe
and blew your skirt up, right?
Yeah, did not blow my skirt up at all when anything I've seen about it. I'm like, okay, cool. Get to something I want to see.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So you're leaning PS5. I'm still on the fence right now. I like everything that Xbox Series X is saying, and right now I would lean probably 60-40 to Xbox Series X, but that's all going to change in an instant whenever PlayStation just says what games they have coming out this fall, because and plus I would rather replay The Last of Us or Ghost or something like that on the console that's going to give me like the very, very best visuals. So it's going to be tough because it's going to suck like buying The Last of Us.
I know what you're going to do.
What's that?
I know what you're going to do as far as consoles. You'll buy both of them. So, I mean, it's not like I'm going to have this one and I can't have the other one. Like, I'm a grown-ass man. I'll get both of them I want.
That's true, but you can't play both.
That's true.
At the same time.
I do a pretty good job.
Yeah, no, I think we both do. I mean, I've been Xbox heavy, but now I'm going back to PlayStation for The Last of Us Remastered. Then I'm going to go back to my Xbox.
Because you have not played The Last of Us since the first time you played it through.
No, I've never played the remastered version, so it's been really nice getting to see those updated, visuals and just going back there. It's weird to have only played a game once, but now going back through it, it's just all coming back to me. But that's just because that game was so impactful, and
I still haven't found anything to beat it.
God of War to me was pretty damn close.
Yeah.
I freaking loved God of War,
and
that story
was.
So
good. And I put a zillion hours in that one too.
You did indeed.
I mean, if I love a game, I love a game.
You do.
And I've played the shit out of it.
You play you basically play your games like back in the day whenever you had a tape or a CD or something like that, and you played it so much that it basically the letters on the CD faded, and the tape didn't have the tape no longer had any any text or anything on the tapes because you played it so much. That's how you play the video games you love. So I'm with you. Well, I'm actually about to go play one of the video games I love. I'm going to go boot up The Last of Us Remastered. But
good too.
Yeah. Any final words on the Xbox Series X announcement? Did they get you?
I'm excited about it. I am.
Yeah. I mean, these are tough to get super excited about because again, it's just like a bunch of technical specs
it's a bunch of words.
Yeah, it's a bunch of words and.
I need pictures.
Yes. I need video.
I need gameplay.
Yes. I'm with you.
Gameplay.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to check out. What we'll do is we'll have to check out Hellblade 2. We'll do a trailer reaction for that, so that way you can see some of the Xbox Series X power and see if that sways you to go the Xbox way whenever it launches. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for our inaugural Old Ass Casuals Drivecast.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. We hope that you enjoyed it. We hope the sound quality was not terrible because we're doing this while I'm driving.
But I think we're known for our shitty sound quality, so it's okay.
Exactly. It's endearing, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they're like, are they in a wind tunnel the entire time? And we're like, no, that's like our best quality.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah,
We
what are
paid
you talking
for that.
about?
We paid for that.
Yeah, we paid for that wind tunnel. That's our ambiance that we want to we want to put off,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, hope everybody has a fantastic rest of the day. I enjoyed this, Mom. I want to continue doing this. So,
Me too.
so more Drivecasts for us, and we'll talk about other gaming related topics because there's a bunch of them every day that I always want to talk to you about, but we never get a chance to talk
It's a
about.
phone call away now.
Exactly. All right. Well, give us them ratings and all those things. So
your friend.
yes, I appreciate that. All right. Well, Mom, I will talk to you later, and everybody else. Hopefully, you'll see us later on this podcast, or hear us later on this podcast.
Yeah. Either way.
Exactly.
We'll talk. You picture us. That's how we do this.
There you go. All right. Awkward goodbyes over with.
Okay. All right. That's how we do this.
There you go. All right. Awkward goodbyes over with.
Okay. All right. That's how we do this.
There you go. All right. Awkward goodbyes over with.
Okay. All right. That's how we do this.
There you go. All right. Awkward goodbyes over with.
Okay. All right. That's how we do this.
There you go. All right. Awkward goodbyes over with.
Okay. All right. That's how we do this.
There you go. All right. Awkward goodbyes over with.
Okay. All right. That's how we do this.
There you go. All right. Awkward goodbyes over with.
Okay. All right. That's how we do this.
There you go. All right. Awkward goodbyes over with.
Okay. All right.